Welcome back to the best damn cup. The Daemon Amazing Mega Cup, a round robin between four of the best players in Starcraft 2. We have another match. Terran versus Protoss. America versus Korea. And in the bottom right, from Storm Gaming. Ironically enough, hopefully not up against too much Storm Gaming. It is GuMiho. And in the top left, the American Protoss player. Sometimes leaves you asking, what the puck are you trying to do? But with always creative strats and even more exciting plays. From Root Gaming, it is Puck. And right now, as the standings go, Puck has dropped his match to special, so looking to redeem it, and GuMiho has managed to take out special. So Puck has a lot to get done and a lot to prove. GuMiho just looking to maintain his pole position. Marine first out of Gumi. Whereas Puck going for the Cyber Core before Expo. What did Puck see anything to give this away? No. I think he might have noticed there wasn't a second gas, but he sees the command center timing, so not a big difference. Stop. I need to stop inhaling. You know, I'll be happy if I'm the only one choking throughout these matches. That would make for the best games for the fans, and we all know that's most important. Alright. Factory on the way for GuMiho, Audi on the second gas. Puck has the pylon at the front to potentially create a wall against Hellions. And of course, maybe shield batteries, who knows. Robo is the choice. We've seen a lot of Warp Prism usage relatively early on. I think Robo, the Twilight into Blink, like the Brute Force charge style, not so great on this map for one, as well as being kind of figured out. Terran players have gotten pretty good, especially with a slightly quicker stim. In a relatively recent patch, stim is now 100 seconds instead of 121. A whole marine time and then a little bit more quicker. So with access to that, you can recover or counter Blink more easily. But the Robo gives you a whole lot of options for dealing with bio, and usually isn't as dependent on knowing when stim is finishing, for example. It's also just the safest option. You get observers, you can have immortals, Warp Prism is good for counter pressure. The only thing that the Robo isn't so great against is any sort of heavy starport play. Like if you do have someone who happens, if there was a player who was going to go battle cruiser, I think it would be GuMiho in this matchup, but still very unlikely. But it would be GuMiho, so we'll just keep that in mind, keep that in the back pocket, see if it comes out. Viking is searching for anything. In fact, okay. There may be a Warp Prism. I'm sure GuMiho has an idea of how Puck plays. Puck is popular all throughout Korean and North American tournaments, so he does like those fancy micro plays. Warp Prism already done. He's going for Speed Prism. We're back to Colossus drop. Those 2011 strats. But the Observer about to... Does GuMiho have a scan? I could have just waited and watched the Observer, but there you go. Double tank push. The Adept gonna get some scouting. He has to suspect there are tanks in there, right? Like, You don't just move out with a bunch of Marines with one medevac. That doesn't make any sense. He's actually going to work his way through the minerals, waiting patiently for the SCV to finish its work. But at the same time, the Adept actually gets in, distracts for a split second. Oh no! Oh, he got the double tank drop! What a play! The one Adept! Puck with a complete 180 on his matches against Special. GuMiho looks away at the Adept for a split second, gets the snipe on the double tank drop, and this push is over. That was possibly the best case scenario for Puck. Oh my god, the Colossus roasting the Marines. Like, see, you're useless without your tanks. Alright, you don't even have combat shields. Why don't players just go mech? And then they're dead. And now he opened up the way for Puck to attack quicker. GuMiho does have tanks at home. I don't think there's a way for Puck to kill him, but he's definitely created a whole lot of space for himself. That is a... Oh, GuMiho. GuMiho. He just loses the Banshee. GuMiho with some real issues here. Zealot bombs on the tanks. Gets one. Trying to build a wall at the front. Oh, the Prism goes down. And suddenly Puck rethinking his options. Looking like he might be able to knock GuMiho out, but he loses his own dropship. Not as costly as losing 2 tanks, but that was the backbone of the attack. So it looks like both sides will have to retreat to their corners. Hamstrung without the medevacs or... It's happening! He's going... I don't know why that's the celebration, but he's going mech. GuMiho is going mech. Another Colossus drop on the way. Double factory, double armory. Puck is building immortals. Blink is on the way. We'll have to see once he realizes this is full mech. And now, of course, we're on Thunderbird, one of the most defensible maps. Now that we've survived the early mid-game, because both sides a little sloppy with their drops. Turret's pretty good counter to Colossi and War Prisms. What does Puck do? Does he try to go to Stargate quickly? Which can be a very direct counter, but takes a lot of time. Does he go heavier into the Immortal Archon, things like Storm? Every once in a while, you'll get someone trying Disruptors, but against... It looks like GuMiho's going classical mech here. Alright, good old-fashioned mech. With tanks and Hellbats, just slowly leapfrogging your way across the map. And it looks like we are finally going to get a game in this tournament that gets past the 10-minute mark without one player being in a winning position for most of the game. I had to... Jimmy! I had to adjust. Had to settle in. Everybody get your popcorn. All of that. Because games on Thunderbird don't always end very quickly. And this looks to be one of those. Another command center. A 4th Nexus. Three more factories. Oh, wow. He's going pretty much straight factory. The starport being used mostly for add-ons here. The production tab continues to swell. Tanks and Hellbats. The scout in the main, he sees all the tech, but all ground-based tech. There is no Stargate yet. The biggest vulnerability here is something like Tempest or even carriers. If unscouted, can easily turn the tides. Like if 5-6 carriers show up and you have 2 Vikings and 4 Cyclones for anti-air, well, good luck with that. Alright. So now, since both armies are incredibly strong, but only defensively, like you're not attacking in with a Mortal Disruptor, and you're not attacking in to that with tanks at the moment. Am I right, GuMiho, or am I wrong? GuMiho finishes up 1-1, 2-2. Well, +2 attack starts for Puck. The Hallucinated Phoenix will spot the 4th base. Is there actually an opportunity for attack? Without Liberators or Ghosts, the Archons can actually soak a lot of damage, but that is a whole bunch of tanks. This is Brood War level of tanks here. He's got 13 of them. Both sides at 70+ workers. Okay, wait. What are my eyes seeing? Is that triple Warp Prism? Those are real, right? He's got 3 prisms. Is he gonna drop on the tanks with mass prism because of the lack of anti-air? This is Brood War. Oh, okay, you can't touch that. But here come the triple prism from the back. The big plays. Does he have what it takes? Are the scrambles there? He gets 2 scrambles off before the Zealot bombs can really come out. The fight begins without most of the Zealots out of the prism. Puck, a great idea, but it's falling apart before it begins. He could maybe warp in just on the tanks. Doesn't go nearly as well. GuMiho with a quick reaction. Suddenly, Puck finds himself down 50 supply. It was a great idea, but GuMiho was able to block it. There is a Ruptor in the mix. The probes might want to escape. He takes a shot. Oh, that's going to be a nice hit on the Hellbats. The interference matrix is a little late on the draw. He picks up some more Zealots. There's essentially no anti-air, just a few Marines. Well, Marines are going to help. He drops on everything. The tanks getting flanked here. He's running out of tanks. Another Disruptor shot. It gets targeted down. GuMiho is punching through. Just enough tanks at the back. Looks like Puck may have to give up this base. Will he have to give up the game is the question. The Immortals on the way back. Find some shield batteries. He can't break through yet. GuMiho has to be careful not to go too far. There's still 3 tanks with this. Cyclone's reinforcing. 2-2 is finishing up for GuMiho. Puck has another base in the corner. If he loses this one, it's completely isolated, though. He stops the probes. Recalls them away. I don't know if that's the base you want to maybe recall to. He's got to make a play now. Oh, no. The Hellbats will easily work through the charge lots, though, is the problem. They soak so much damage from the Immortals. GG. GuMiho takes it. Puck with the attempt. But I feel like once the prisms got scrambled there before they could drop, you gotta back off. Puck was really committed to that idea. But interference matrix doesn't take very long unless you're on the opposing side. So Puck, you could see there, just back and forth with the prisms. It was a great idea. I don't think it was a bad idea. I think it could have made the difference, but I think you got to pull out. As soon as those interference matrices are used, you got to get out of there. White bar on the left, but now it's in the center. Going to game number 2. Once again from Puck. A lot of flash, but not as much substance. I think he's just got to buckle down. I know, it sounds like the generic Friday Night Lights talk here. It's like you got to dig deep. You gotta understand when it's going to work and when it's not. You got to understand that your mouse is running out of battery and you need to charge it. So, GuMiho, take it away. Or Puck, take it away. 1 sec. I hope that was exciting and insightful. Alright, Puck. What do you got? Once again, I think, well, it all started with that double tank snipe on the medevac. The adept distracting for a split second. The tank's going down. But unfortunately, Puck wasn't able to translate that into much. And then a little, I think that's kind of a recurring theme with Puck, is a lot of great ideas, but it's really hard to pull them off against players of this caliber. If we're slapping around the North American ladder, sure, you can do Colossus drop and mass warp prism and disruptors and all that. But GuMiho is one of the best Terrans in the world, and even if he makes a mistake or two, he's not going to repeat that over and over. The reaction on to, I wonder if GuMiho knew what was happening with the prisms as it was happening, or if he's just like, well, whatever. Just whips out the interference matrix. It doesn't really matter now. What is this? Are you gonna go concussive? Gumi. He's making a marauder. This looks to be now. There's a good chance that Puck scouts this. There is no concussive shell, right? That's gotta be. Puck. He's gonna see an empty tech lab. Yeah, just chill. Just chill. And he can kind of. Nope, don't. Wrong. Nope. You gotta aim better. Oh, wait, he was hitting the STV. I'm blind! Puck is kind of just interrupting out, and he gets another one. Oh, my God. Will he get the... Okay. Wait, does he have any units? A Marauder and a Marine walk across the map. There was no counter. There is no concussive shell, but the Marauder straight up just beats a Stalker. Right? A single probe can get in on the Immortal definitely beats a Marauder. Boom. Boom. I don't know, what am I saying? Oh god, but the Hellions come in. This, what? What is this? What is this? He's just trickling in units. You weren't invited. I thought it was 8 probes. What's going on? Tech lab on the way for Gumi. Yeah, I spent a little bit too much time dealing with it, and then the everybody keeps piling into the base. It's open season. Now this is dangerous for GuMiho. Even if this one Hellion does whatever it's going to do, there's going to be a Raven. There's a tank and a Viking, but there are a lot of vulnerable points. Now, Puck sees the Hellion. Does he have a warp in? No. You better not do damage, Mr. One Hellion. Oh my god. Puck is microing on the other side. Okay, a Stalker is warped in to deal with it. The Warp Prism takes some punches here. Some sky punches from the Viking, I guess. And GuMiho's going to be okay. He's got a 3rd command center. So Puck is in a bit of an awkward spot now, where he took the damage to those Hellions. He can't really find any counter damage. He's adding on tech. He's going to go for a 3rd base. His probe count isn't terrible. It's another scenario where there's a plausible attack here, but the risk-reward on the attack is not a great... Like, the risk of losing way too much trying to attack into GuMiho is much higher than the potential of successfully doing so. And he doesn't need to. Just a little bit of damage, like tanks, they hit everything. That's how they do. Couple, I don't mind that. Couple SCVs going down, keeping him on his toes, making him very well aware that he can't move out at the moment. GuMiho did delay. Oh, that's a lot of barracks. He's going up to his 5 racks now. He's got a 3rd command center down. Are we going to get Blink Stalker Disruptor? All these flashy unit compositions, but not quite coming to fruition, like last game, where we just had the one push, didn't quite break it. Disruptor Blink Stalker is very micro-dependent, or even just Disruptor drop. He's going to need to find those shots. A tank push is definitely a viable option. He sees GuMiho with the perfect scan, sees the third base timing. Knows exactly when Puck will be, well, set up on it. Taking his own third. The tanks are chilling on the high ground. He refuses to go. Okay, well, now he's on the low ground. The one thing for GuMiho is he doesn't really have any bio units. He has 12 Marines. That's it. Third command center floating over. Double Liberator here. Blink should be done. Not that many Stalkers, but it will be done. Okay, so this is risky. What are you... Puck, you're... What? Oh my. Okay. I mean, yeah. Okay. What a move. The Speed Prism getting the deeps done. And the bait! The bait! He doesn't quite nail the curveball. But fuck. Oh, and he gets the tank! What a play! Now, he doesn't quite get everything, but he gets damn close, and he gets out with the valuable Prism and Disruptor. Liberator going to be shut down. The one in the main going to take a little bit longer, but he can blink up in a moment. Liberator going to try to micro away. So, Puck, finally a plan coming together. Losing a couple probes, but... Oh, Prism going to spot all this. There is energy on that Raven. Oh, he can get a tank. He's going straight forward. Disruptor shot. The scramble's there and on the Prism. But is there anything else? He could get the Raven. He doesn't get the Raven. What is... Puck has, like there's just a mental block on Puck Stalkers when it comes to killing Ravens we've seen in these games so far. Puck, though, managing this game very well. He doesn't have upgrades. He just has strong units and great spell casting so far. Couple tanks here, very dangerous to this army. All those units almost armored. Charge is on the way. He wedges himself, though, in a pretty tough position. There's not much energy on the Raven. The boys are pulled. Disruptor shot comes out. GuMiho targets it in time. Scramble on the Warp Prism. Blinks to the side. Colossus in the back, doing its best. Are there any more force fields? The Colossus getting a lot of swipes off. 17 SCVs go down, but so will Puck's entire... He finally gets a Raven. Oh no, a scouting Colossus. Maybe a little bit too forward. Puck loses everything. GuMiho trades the boys for a total victory on the battlefield. Suddenly Puck has 6 Stalkers and that's it. This has taken a very dramatic turn. He tried to wedge himself in there, but ended up trapping himself. That's how it ended up. 1-1 is done against 0-0. A single Colossus. The Marines and Marauders going to try to take a heads-up fight. The tanks on the low ground, super dangerous here. Puck still has a good economy. That's what he's got to work off of. GuMiho, I mean, he lost 17 SCVs, but that wasn't a game-ending number. Those 3 tanks on the low ground. Charge is done. +1 weapons on the way. Puck still has time to recover, and he has another base already done. So he's been very greedy, is the summary here. The Observer spots everything. Reinforcements are on the way. This is a limited time only proposition. He's going to work his way down. The tank's eating a whole lot of shots. The Sentry's doing a great job. The Colossus adding that splash damage. The tank's being whittled down, still getting a lot of shots off before they themselves die. +1 weapon's not done yet. The reinforcements have arrived. A single tank lives. A second Colossus is here. Puck ain't out of it yet. 2 Colossi, +1 weapons is done. Gonna really help out the Colossi. The tank's trying to get into position, but he can get some shots on him. The Colossi already working on it. Only a single tank shot. The charge lot's buffering. Puck's driving it back, picks off a medevac, and Puck, despite putting himself in this position, will hold. Mitigates the damage of the tanks, flanks them, holds on to his Colossi, holds on to all of his bases. A triple drop, though. Flies by an Observer. He spots it, but did he spot it? A Disruptor's about to finish. This triple drop going to be really tough to deal with. How much does he bring back? He brings back the Colossi. There's still a Bio Army in the front. That's scouted by a Ruptor. Or by an Observer, not a Ruptor. He doesn't see that with a Ruptor. The armies are pretty evenly split here. Does he have enough to actually deal with this? Puck doesn't have really the upgrades. It's +2, +1 against just +1. The Archons are coming up. He's going to go straight for the tank. He'll get it. The Archon's very helpful. He's going to drop on the top. GuMiho's everywhere. He's tearing him apart right now, but Puck is holding. Is there a Disruptor shot in the main? The Disruptor is exposed. He rotates around. Puck loses 15 probes, but he holds on to all his bases and many of his key units. The Medivacs are trying to get out. One snapped up. One Medivac will escape. And Puck, once again, can take a little bit of a breather. The Observer's the real MVPs, giving Puck just enough time to prepare defenses. GuMiho taking a page a little bit out of Puck's book there and maybe overextending a bit. He still has his upgrades, though. He has a ton of production. He's lifted his main and is going towards a fourth. Not hesitant to do that at all. He still has minerals in the main, but not enough for his liking. The drop coming in again. GuMiho, has he not spotted that this is indeed... Oh, he scans the army in the center. Oh, but wait, Puck is already there. He's seen this with more time to spare. The target fire, though, there are just so many units. It's actually a real struggle. There's another army working on the rocks, but that'll give him time to whittle down the drop. GuMiho now underwater in supply. He's got a drop at the third base. The rocks are almost done. Well, the army's moving back to defend against this. The fourth base is exposed. Puck doesn't have that many probes to burn. Bio units are very strong. The fourth base is under fire. Puck gonna lose a lot of his economy here. He's just gonna back off. At this point, oh, there's another drop in the main. Puck is whittling all this down, and GuMiho, remember, has all these upgrades, and mules exist. The drops are everywhere. Even though Puck sees a lot of them coming, it's so hard to stop him. He doesn't have any air units. The Blink Stalkers, if there are enough Medivacs, as you can see, Blink Stalkers don't hold up in a straight-up fight. And here comes GuMiho. He's going to have +3 done against just +1 weapons. What is that 4 upgrade advantage he's going to have? +3, +2 against +1, so that's 5. My math is great. But Puck is relying on a strong army composition. The army is spotted by the probe. There's a whole lot of Terran out there. 3 scans! He gets the Observer in the center. Puck is going to have to... Well, the map is dark and full of Terrans. Another drop towards the main. There's nothing there to defend. He can't afford to split off any serious army supply. The drop in the main going to kill some probes. GuMiho is closing in on the fourth. There is no storm done. +1 armor finishes mercifully for Puck. Does he have Disruptors in the mix? He does. Archon's doing their best. The Disruptor, it's being targeted. Not going to be a factor. Only a single Viking here. The Colossi doing a lot of damage. Drop at the back, going to be cleaned up. Reinforcements on the way. The Archon's holding the line. Tanks are gone. Colossi still standing strong. Shield batteries finishing just in time. Puck is holding at the fourth. The Medivacs running out of units to heal and running out of HP themselves. Puck is holding the line. Blink Stalker's snapping up some extra. Finds another one. Puck pushes him back. Another Medivac with no units. The unit composition better than the upgrades here. And Puck holds on 114 to 94 supply. He holds every front, including the most forward one. And now it's his turn. The upgrades are not great, but the unit composition has to carry him through, and it has so far. Expensive units make up for a lot of those upgrades. GuMiho's relying on just straight, well, Marines, Medivacs, and Marauders, right? So, an SCV spotting for more bases. Puck, reluctant to make these moves again. So there are a couple different schools of thought here. There's one, Puck has an advantage. Let's press it. And 2, since GuMiho's already pretty much maxed out on upgrades, Puck's army only gets stronger as upgrades finish. So that's something to consider as well. Since Puck actually has worse upgrades, his army only gets better as we get closer to maxing out. Whereas GuMiho would have to add better units in. And he's been... Oh no, he shoots his own Colossus in the knees! Don't do that! Not the ideal choice. Disruptors, scouting Disruptors. He fires another shot. Gonna be targeted by GuMiho. Puck. He's like, wait a second, I'm ahead. I can fix that. Oh no. The scouting disruptor's taking less than ideal pathing. Puck's still on the edge of a knife here. He's teetering. GuMiho's still putting a whole lot of units on the field. He's floated his main and his natural. Can we get 3 for 3? More bio units everywhere. Great upgrades. Another drop heading towards the main. Another observer there to greet it. Oh, are there blink stalkers? There are. Disruptor shot comes in. He can blink. Well, he can't blink while his disruptor shot is going out. He gets one. A drop's heading towards the left side. There are a lot of observers in place, but he doesn't quite. Yeah, GuMiho not going to commit. Reinforcements on the way. Puck. Another observer. GuMiho's like, excuse me, how did you know? Well, that makes it obvious. The mini-map is a mess right now. The 4th base is exposed. He finds the army. He's going for a super flank. He comes in from both sides. Where are the reinforcements? Where are the disruptor shots? Where are the disruptor shots? The Colossi being knocked over. Another one could be targeted. Disruptor shot from the backline. Curveball saves the Colossus. GG. Puck takes game number 2. GuMiho finally broken. Puck holds on. Despite his fingernails clutching the Colossi, begging them not to leave him. But they're just enough. A roller coaster. Puck always making things interesting, to say the very least. We're ready for game 3. Puck showing that he can hang with them. The thing is, Puck always makes those plays. It really does depend on the day whether or not it seems like they're game winning. But World of Sleepers. Can I get some resident sleepers? GuMiho takes it. Because Puck picked Terran, and he knows that Terran doesn't win anything. All right, we're gonna take it from the top. Thank you for tuning in to the best damn Starcraft Cup. The Daemon Amazing Mega Cup. 4 players, 6 matches. Best of 5s. All time out. World of Sleepers, a map with mineral walls, but unlike Thunderbird, they're more used to make it harder to expand as opposed to easier. Well, it depends. But there's a mineral wall blocking your most, I guess, accessible 3rd base. It's also partially for walling out things like Zerglings. Also very important to note, the 4th bases, yes, multiple, have access to rich Vespene geysers, which mine Vespene gas at double the rate. So half the workers. Really a big deal. Some players will take that as their 3rd, expressly for that reason. You have it here, and also over in the corner, potentially taking 2. Definitely big for especially Protoss and Zerg. Bio Terran not as gas dependent, but mech Terran very much so. And GuMiho has won every game he played mech, and lost every game that he hasn't. Which is a very misleading way to quote statistics, but it's true. The probe trying to block a command center. I always enjoy... Sometimes players will forget that their buildings can fly. Every once in a while, like, I've seen this in not so much at this level, but in the meta leagues, where a probe will pylon block the expansion, and then the Terran just builds it on the high ground. It's like, no, but you're not Zerg. I won't have any of it. But rarely will players attempt to pylon block a command center. First Reaper coming out. Buck has had a tendency to just chill at home with his adepts. He's walled off the Reaper jump. Okay, so I learned something here today. I think Puck may have as well. Oh, what a play. Yeah, Puck kind of defeats the purpose of walling this off if he can just... I mean, he does have to come in this angle, so that's fair, but... Not totally defeating. I didn't realize because there was a map update where they expanded the Reaper jump locations. Because, how do I put this kindly? Terrans whined enough. Now, they may be justified to an extent, but essentially, Reaper's still looking around. Hallucinated Phoenix. And we're going to have a more classical Blink opener here. No Robo this time, at least to start. Not a bad map for the Brute Force Gateway style. There aren't many places you can wedge your tanks into that they're going to be particularly dangerous. That is usually the biggest threat. Ooh, GuMiho with a quick 2 racks play, getting stim. Starts a tank. Puck. Gonna need a strong response to this. This definitely peaks in power significantly quicker than most other builds, especially the 1-1-1s. Yeah, Puck is taking it serious. He's adding on 4 more gates, gonna go up to 5. So that means he wants to duel with the Blink Stalkers up against this early push. There won't be quite as much bio, it'll just be quicker. So the Blink should line up to be able to deal with that. A very sneaky Widowmine, crouching in the bushes. Is there a tank out yet? Not. Oh, it's out. Not sieged. So, Stalkers. Every unit counts. But he can't be losing any Stalkers. Oh my god, this is great micro. Puck seems to have found his footing in this series. Until he walks through this Widowmine. Nope. Dun 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 dun. Gets a Stalker. But the Widowmine is also taken out, so not a big deal for either side. It looks like Puck actually wants to put on the pressure. He's just got to be careful. He saw the 2 ranks. He saw what GuMiho had. I think he's looking to blindside him as he tries to move out. I think attacking in might be a mistake. But Stim will be done. Medevac still a little ways off. Adept Shade coming in. Maybe looking to tank some tank damage. Don't do it! Don't! Oh my god, he does it! He just jumps in, takes a tank. This is one way to deal with it. Okay. Alright. He's working on the depots. The depots were there to help buffer, but now there's not really much in range to protect them. A little bit of repair, that's not going to solve the problem. Without any medevacs, those Marines are permanently damaged. Adept Glaives is the follow-up. No Forge. I don't know if Puck is looking to end the game here. He doesn't have a 3rd base on the way yet. He doesn't have a Forge. He doesn't have a Robo. The Marine getting real suspicious as to why there are no units here. He cancels Glaives, goes for charge. I wonder if it was a misclick in the first place or he rethought his opportunities. Oh, this is a pretty obvious play. Oh, I mean, if he's out of tank range, those are a lot of badly bruised Marines. He's target firing them. I don't know. Okay. Okay, he gets in and gets out. He takes a series of punches. That was a pretty obvious play. That was very clear that that was going to happen once there was nothing in the front. But is it the end of the world for Puck? I don't think so. The problem is, if he doesn't have splash damage now, like Blink Stalkers do not go head-to-head, as you can see there. Even badly bruised Marines easily able to deal with it. Blinks out. He really needs to slow this down. Wait, what the flux capacitor? What the fuck? He's going with the bingo strat. He's expanding to both corners because you can't stop them all. And he's going for both Templar flavors. The High Templar and the Dark Templar simultaneous. And also with the... I don't... Oh my god. Okay. Are there even any Templar at home? The double drop's coming in. He gets one tank. He gets two tanks. It's got to be real suspicious as to what's going on here. GuMiho's looking for pylons. A quadra drop. This could just end the game before it even starts. The Templar Archives is exposed. Where charge is almost done. It's not done yet. The Dark Shrine, the pylons, everything. Charge finishes. Storm, storm, storm. Completed. So Puck gets everything. We're base trading, I guess. He's got Stalkers on the other side. Storm is done. The Dark Shrine, will it finish? This pylon is exposed. It powers almost everything. There are a couple Templar with Storm. The reinforcement should be able to clean up Puck's units. Puck has no production, is going to be the recurring problem here. He's building more gateways in the corners. There's enough at home for GuMiho to defend. He's down to 26 workers. The probes are now refugees. Puck. Did the Dark Shrine finish? The Dark Shrine, I believe, was canceled. The Cyber Core is still intact. He's coming back to defend. Where are the Templar? There are 2, 3 very precious, oh, beautiful storm! He whiffs another, but he hits a lot of those Marines. If he can whittle this down, remember, charge is done. Charge is done. He doesn't have a robo. So what are we doing here? The supplies tell a very, very dramatic story. If GuMiho is ever able to bring his armies together, I don't see any way for Puck to bring that back. The Cyber Core will be rebuilt out on the map. Puck is in danger right now. There's a lot of danger. Some charge lots are... Oh, beautiful storm out of Puck! But he does lose all of the Templar. GuMiho has to play whack-a-mole on these bases. Oh, what am I watching? Okay. Oh, if he gets the Medivacs, though, Puck trying to drag this out of nothing. GuMiho's starting to wonder, what? I killed all your bases. I killed all your bases. No, you did not, my good friend. Suddenly the supply is looking very even for what they... The problem is, those are 1-1... The Marines might just be good enough, to be honest. Like, reinforcements are on the way. Charge lots are good, but are they going to cut it? He has no Templar. If he had one Templar, he might be able to save the day. He has to retreat, which may give away his base location. This is the one with the gates, too. Very important. The charge lots are coming in. He's trying to get there before those tanks siege up. The tank's not going to be allowed to do so. Puck desperately trying to work his way through this. GuMiho picks up a tank. Unfortunately, though, the upgrades... Well, the Medivacs are mostly out of energy here. So, this is an awkward situation where Puck might have just enough. Or maybe just not enough. The Warpins, he's chrono boosting his only 4 gateways. He might have to pull the probes. 2 badly bruised. Yeah, the probe boys are pulled. He's looking for the tanks. He jams himself in there. Most of the precious few probes he has left. He's warping in a couple more zealots. Those actually, are they enough? The Blink Stalkers. GuMiho still has mules. The worker count is too damn high. The charge lots are doing a great job soaking damage. Puck is holding barely. The reinforcements are trickling across. Okay, so Puck lives. But at what cost? The Medivacs are entirely out of energy, which contributed massively to being able to hold in that fight. But GuMiho still has enough, especially with mules. The income... Puck doesn't have time. He's up against a better army. Oh, okay. It doesn't get better for Puck. Wait. Did he lose his main? Yeah. Wait, no. No, he didn't. Wait. What the fuck? I don't... He's repowered. He's literally going for the bingo strat. Did GuMiho figure out this base? He's got to be suspicious. Puck has repowered his gates. He's going back towards the main. The probes are going to have to evacuate. That's a lot of the production. There's not that much at home. He's building a turret because DTs are definitely a real threat here. But that means a lot of the army supply isn't committed on location. Puck, this is going to be his best opportunity to jump. The tank was not sieged. Oh, takes a pot shot at the turret. A pretty big mistake there. The Guardian Shield is not protecting the units. Where are the force fields? Can he get up into the main? I don't know if this army can fight. He force fields out some of the bio. He's kind of fighting everything at once here. He's killing a whole lot of the SCVs, but the army itself is still going to be a real struggle. Puck doesn't have any gas. That is mostly literal, but partially metaphorical. And unfortunately, it seems like GuMiho might just have the units. Oh, the Stalker's getting cut off. GuMiho has the momentum. Puck almost drags that one out of wherever it ended up. Getting ridiculously greedy, but having that be his saving grace. But no, GuMiho's momentum carries him across. A couple Templar, maybe a few more warp-ins. One of the most confusing games. Puck pulling out the double corner expand build, which, and by build, I mean Florencio playbook, and by Florencio playbook, I mean three-dimensional finger paints. The fact that he was able to get that close, of course, already impressive, but I don't know if that was the best. It was entertaining. And the most important thing is we show some good games for the fans. Every win counts here, remember. The player that racks up the most wins gets a bonus. And every series is worth, well, every series that is won is worth it as well. So we're going into game 4. Can Puck bring it back? Puck is all over the place, for better or worse. No? We ready? We ready? Everybody ready? We're doing it live. Well, thank you again to Daemon for helping put this on. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you happen to be watching after the fact, well, there are a bunch of buttons and comments and all that. There's some downtime. Disco Bloodbath will be match point. GuMiho up 2-1. I honestly, like, your brain has to say GuMiho is looking at taking it home here. That game, though, Puck just kind of let it go. He's like, well, whatever. We'll see what happens. And it almost happened. Does he break that out in game number 4? Is it Max Packs time? Remember the 2 weeks Max Packs was a thing? Well, maybe. In the top, nope. In wherever this is on the mini-map, Psystorm's GuMiho. Not getting Psystormed enough to get knocked out of the last game. And Root Gaming's puck. GuMiho up 2-1. Looking to... Who is this? And also his name is redundant. Who are these people? How does that... Doesn't work. What? It did work! Okay, so fun. Anyways. We're just letting random SCVs slip in here. My blocked list may be full. That's possible. Because of you people. We're just gonna expand. No max packs, no proxy. Been pretty light on the proxies so far. 1-1-1 looks to be the choice. GuMiho. Okay, is this for a proxy starport? Or is this... Yeah, he's not scouting. This could be a Hellion drop into the main. This is one of the maps where... This is one of the maps where the main base is closer than the natural to your opponent, meaning that it's very easy to get units in with drops, and that's a point of weakness. Oh, is this, Ta-da! Thank you for the pro tip. There's a life hack, everyone. The first adept playing Ring Around the Disco. But it's death at the disco. Alright. Let me, refocus! War Prism on the way. I'm pretty sure, well, it's a Liberator. It's a Liberator. That's what a Liberator looks like. But anyways, the Hellions are getting through. This does not bode well for Puck. Split second, oh no. Split second before the warp, oh my god. And the Liberator, okay, well. This is a total disaster. If the Liberator had sieged up on time, this would be a game-ending disaster. But now he's got to do so much counter damage. It's unlikely. Puck is now in a he's one of the players who can definitely come back. But there is so incredibly much work to be done. If you can get the Cyclone, that's step 1. Cyclone down. He's got to keep the Prism alive. Step 2. Got to defend the Liberator. Step 3. It's happening. Alright, the War Prism arrest is good. He kills some SCVs. Okay. Things are happening. There is a tank. If the tank is sieged, this could just shut down everything. He might be able to drop on top. It looks like he's just going to try to get out here. Doing as much damage as possible. Okay, you don't want to be losing any stalkers here, but... Is the observer actually spotting? There's a Banshee on the way. Is he waiting for 2? No, there is no cloak. He actually built a Raven off of this. So Puck, he's making moves. He's going to try to drop directly on top. The Zealot bombs. He's going for an even hotter pickup here. He goes straight. Okay, he decides to back up. He's using the Zealots. The friendly fire damage of the tanks against the SCVs. He gets it before the turret finishes, so the Warp Prism is really adding up the damage here. Raven tries to come in. It's gonna kill a couple probes. Does it get 3? No, just 2. So he's looking to disrupt all of GuMiho's plans. So Puck is grinding it back. If he hadn't taken quite so much damage, he'd be in a great spot right now. Unfortunately, he's still down in workers. Losing 16, 17, 20 probes, I don't know exactly how much it was, but it was way too many to that first pressure was essentially unacceptable. But oh, there's a tank. He fires the shot, though. The stack gets 5 more. Puck is doing it. And he's keeping the units alive. He's not trading them here. He can drop on the tank. There are threats on all sides for GuMiho. 19 workers killed, but it's starting to even up here. He's got the Zealot bombs. He can go straight on top of the tank, or this tank. Okay, it's getting a little dicey. Oh, he gets a tank. Okay, like it's not the end of the world. He could maybe. Okay, he's trying. Okay. But at the same time, 2 Banshees come in. They don't have cloak. I mean, I just want to see more games for the fans. I'm a little biased here. But they don't need it if there are no... Oh, the Disruptor tucks its tail between its non-existent legs and just slides home. The Banshee's merciful. Will not hunt it down. Oh, I think he realized right now. The double... Little awkward there. The Banshees can't fly high enough to shoot down on the Prism. Warp Prism speed is done, so these things are quite dangerous. Is there still a Raven intact? There is still a Raven. That Raven could actually really ruin things. If he drops out, he can't pick up. If the Interference Matrix is used... Oh, no! Oh, no! It's not great! He knew that was coming, but he did it anyways. He can't pick back up into the Prism. The Disruptor shots were okay, but not good enough to justify losing them. So now Puck, once again, is struggling to put together the army. He's up against +1. I don't even know. I guess Puck does have a Forge. He doesn't have +1 on the way. There is, I believe, a Colossus? No, Colossus is not yet done. Blink is about to be done. I'm not sure how much of a factor that's going to be. Colossus will be done, but the Raven does have energy. That Observer going to have a bad day. He can drop it out. The tanks are about to siege. Anti-armor missile can make it so those tanks are essentially dead in the water. The Colossus is now stuck in the Prism for the duration. Oh my. He's just tearing through everything. He can't pick it up anymore. There it goes. GuMiho with strong execution in every sense of the word. And GG. GuMiho takes 3-1. Puck getting dug into a hole. And GuMiho burying him. That means GuMiho now, with a solid lead throughout, only has Scarlet left to face. Decisive victory. Some fun games, but at the end of the day. Alright, we're going to be heading over to Korea. Take a journey with me. We're going to tactical jump to the Korean server. But thank you for tuning in. That's half our matches